yavu ka chief imam yo madua.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أبا تبارك وتعالى muna roƙonka ƙasar mu gana Allah ya ba mu zaman lafiya shugabanninmu Allah ka shiryar muna da su Allah ka nufe mu da dacewa da ƙasar gana ba ko fuska Allah ka gyara muna ƙasar mu Allah ka yi muna abin da muke so Allah ka biya bukatunmu Allah ka anshi roƙonmu abin da zai zama muna bala'i Allah kaka kawo muna ƙasarmu Allah ka ba shugabanmu ƙwarin gwiwa su duba mu da kyau su yi muna aikin da ya kamata Allah ka taimake mu Allah ka taimake mu a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim Allahumma aqsim lana min khashyatika ما تهول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتينا اللهم بأسمائنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا أبدا ما أحييتنا واجعله وارثا منا ولا تجعل سارنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على ما عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا يا رب العالمين يا رب العالمين يا رب العالمين اللهم لا تفرق جمعنا هذا إلا بذنب المغفور والسعي المشكور وعمل الصالح مقبول وتجارة لن تبور بجاه حبيبك محمد رسول الله سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين
صلوا على النبي الكريم.
To pose barka chief imam ne ya ndola ba sankanga sangala zota zugo tena bortes lives sangala tes naba ka o tena ba sanga tes naba ka o noko nor pia tes former president John Dramani Mahama.
Pusiga me no ko timene ba manama no ko timene ba ka to ya nintang nim no ke timene pa sam la beneti la pela so ina e vu kam mpa madin. Good afternoon all gathered here. Your Excellency, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, and your entourage, you are welcome to the palace of the Pusiga Naba. I would just want to use this opportunity to introduce shortly the people that are here with us. So on this note, I'll use this opportunity to introduce His Royal Majesty, the Pusiga Naba, to you. Then with us here are his elders, and then just your left hand side we have the sub chiefs with us here. They are 34 in number. Then we have the Queen Mother seated right in front of you. Then just by your right side we have the religious body, the chief imam and his entourage, and then the Christian council and their members. Then we also have the youth chiefs seated right behind the chiefs. So on this note, you are warmly welcome to the Pusiga Naba Palace, and we look forward for a fruitful interaction with you. Thank you.
Your Excellency, former President John Dramani Mahama and the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress. This is a short welcome service by the Pusiga Naba addressed by the Pusiga Naba on the occasion of the visit of His Excellency, former President of the Republic of Ghana and the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress. Your Excellency, former President of the Republic of Ghana and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, honorable members of Parliament present, honorable member of Parliament for Pusiga, our dear Haja Ladi Ayi Ayamba, distinguished traditional rulers, members of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you, Your Excellency, to the Pusiga district as part of your campaign tour. We are honored by your visit and grateful for the opportunity to engage with you on issues of importance to our community. Under the previous National Democratic Congress NDC administration, led by your good self, the Pusiga district witnessed significant developments. Notably, among these were the elevation of Pusiga to a district status and the establishment of the Pusiga Community Day Senior High School, the Bolga-Boku Pulmakom Road, rural electrification district-wide, construction of chief compounds, construction of business schools, fertilizer subsidy for our farmers. These initiatives have greatly contributed to the growth and progress of our district, and we remain thankful for your contributions. Infrastructure development. Your Excellency, while we appreciate the strides made by your tenure of office, we wish to bring to your notice some pressing needs that require further attention. As the district capital, Pusiga deserves infrastructure that reflects its status. At least we wish to appeal to you for construction of drainage systems and the roads. I think we have come in, you see how the road is very repairable. And we wish that when you come to power, you look at that for us. We also wish to appeal to you to continue the portions of the Bolga-Boku Pulmakom Road that is left unfinished. We would also request the construction of a modern market complex that will fit Pusiga as the district capital. We wish to request for the creation of a police district headquarters for Pusiga to beef up security in the area as we border two international boundaries, Togo and Burkina Faso. Because look at the size of Pusiga, in fact, we need a separate police headquarters. Because the Boko Police Command is in charge of Pusiga, Boko and Bindore, which is too much for them. So we wish to appeal to your office, should you come to power, you give us this, to be able to ensure peace and security for our people. Furthermore, we appeal for the expansion of the Pusiga Community Day Senior High School. As the only senior high school in the district, it serves a critical role in providing quality education for our youth. However, the day status poses a great challenge, especially to the girl child. When you get to the school, the girls outnumber the boys. And the school is about 3 kilometers away from Pusiga town. And it's difficult for them to get suitable accommodation for them to do that. So we wish to appeal to your office, so should you come to power, to make it a boarding school. We therefore, with that, give us, the school currently has no means of transport to run its day-to-day activities. Therefore, we appeal to you to provide us one, a bus and a pickup, should you be re-elected. Can you imagine the headmaster has to travel on public transport in and out to attend meetings on behalf of the school? I think, which is very unbearable for that. Agriculture. Pusiga is predominantly a farming community, and agriculture remains the backbone of our local economy. We urge you to consider policies that will support our farmers to improve agricultural productivity, enhance food security, access to modern farming techniques, affordable improved seeds, fertilizer subsidy, and market opportunities will go a long way to improving the livelihoods of our people. Our people depend largely on dry season farming, and would be wished to provide us with dams for our dry season farming. It is true that we have improved seeds, but the prices are so high that our farmers cannot afford, and we still rely on the old system of seeds, and that is not giving us enough harvest. Then political conduct and peace. This year, we are witnessing a historic moment where the two major political parties have nominated two northern brothers as presidential candidates. In the light of this, I would like to emphasize the importance of conducting our political activities in a manner that promotes peace and unity. It is essential that we play our politics with respect and decorum, ensuring that we maintain peace before, during, and after the election. Our shared heritage and commitment to the progress of our nation must transcend political affiliations. Last but not the least, we cannot forget our hard-working Member of Parliament, Honorable Hajalade Ayi Ayamba, who has worked tirelessly to lobby for other developmental projects that has greatly improved the living conditions of our people, of the people of Pusiga. We are grateful to you, our Honorable MP. In conclusion, Your Excellency, we humbly request that in the event of your election as President, you consider our constituency in your appointments. It is hoped that capable individuals from our district will be given the opportunity to contribute their national agenda. It is sad to note that Pusiga since 2012 up to the time 2016 we left office, no member of the Pusiga, member of the NDC has given any appointment from CEO, ministerial appointment or ambassadorial appointment. And in fact, it is sad. So we want to appeal to Your Excellency. Should you come to office, you should also look at that to help our people. We have got the men in Pusiga here who can do that, who can support you for the development of the place. So we hope that when you come to power, you will not forget of us. In conclusion, Your Excellency, we humbly request that in the event of your election as President, you consider our constituency. Okay. Once again, we are honored by your presence today. We wish you a successful campaign, and may the Almighty God guide and protect you and your team as you continue campaigning. May the Almighty guide you and bless you. We thank you for granting you God's mercy to send you back home.
Sankanga te sangala zugo mnabora mbasa sanga ntese ti MP ko kenaba suretes former president Jordamani Mahama ko kenapia fase kambasa ngates MP mnabora ma acknowledge the presence of the party Sam Pusiga alona alaji sofo mbe titun ko tena wenu kadio honorable MP Hajalade tenabu kafiyina nokjo mama palete komodie sure Mpiantis Bell Levis Naba Piasilla
Nabana na nambana bakwala wosa na yukwem nam limam nam puana nam pastor nam MP taba bana bakwala party kwem nam wosa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama te election director kan so Ghana wosa kadol His Excellency Obekwela te former chief of staff mebekwela nyem posia baraka bergu bega miye wintang muya de narete pomben kwela wake le an ye wanalaka to wirige leben yan ti yu ya bergu din zugo na miye mwe ya wosa nuye te noctal netna me mpunyange ke tola nala ya basment tale pengete zina wala His Excellency John Dramani Mahama meng nono ba ke kwala na ka ane yo kena pos ne Pusiga Naba na nambana be wosa puana nama ne onya andol nama limam nama party kwem nama bana kwala mwosa o kena yo opose ya kameti ya ye sangala nkolge ya sangala kolgola o kuyanga kenga kwe ya tengen ka ina musu tingla nsed ka tinam nod ko kina kwen gata dina anyo o kina posia ka wen ya nu ka so sur ke ya tu sure ona tugo stun nso ne tigin kana be kwalala ka nana nina na mekenge widan solum widan naba na ne pulma kuom solom la wosa nkenge me nsonne tinirba nina mted kat wintanga kenla mkonok piada bergo kana nok His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kana ane fobiga fobiere fopitu fon kolongo so siemo sa fo menkundeng mpia ka ono noko fo piak la tesla o yel ompon tum tum siba fo solum kala ka ane olen lebna ka boro fo songor ka boro fo sosok mbor ye fo sos we nam fo no fo kwem nam la wusa ne fo na nam la wusa nte so ko len lebna ka tugo stuen ka teteng la malga mala tesete kazin balam kena dinzugo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakarla ane foreign newana. Your Excellency, I'm sorry I have to speak the local language to make sure that everybody understands. I simply welcomed everybody. I have introduced you and I have told our chief to pray for us, especially you, to come back to power. And I have also mentioned your entourage. So, for now, our chief, excuse me to say, I've never said this even to him, our beautiful chief. He's not handsome, he's beautiful. You know, it's a fact. I've never told him. He's a brother too at the same time. But if you gather all the chiefs, even the whole Ghana, I can assure you, he's the most beautiful. He is not. Someone will say, but why are you describing him as beautiful instead of handsome? When a man is so handsome that you can describe, just as your good self, your excellency, you describe him as beautiful. So you are most welcome, and I hand over the mic to you, your excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me begin by thanking our father, Pusiga Naba, and his traditional leaders for welcoming us to this palace. A few hours ago, we were together at the Bokonaba's palace, and I'm surprised that he has been able to reach here faster than us to come and welcome us. Let me also greet our Queen Mothers and our Imams, our Reverend Fathers. Thank you all very much. Residents and citizens of Pusiga, I greet you. Our message is short. We on Saturday launched the national campaign, NDC campaign for 2024 in Tamale, and we have kicked off the campaign with the Upper East region, and we didn't choose anywhere in Ghana other than the Boko area to start the 2024 campaign. And we are sure that with your prayers, NDC will be successful in the election. When we come, our number one priority is peace in Boko area. If you look at the history, you'll find that anytime NDC is in government, there is peace in Boko and surrounding areas. As soon as we hand over to our brothers, then trouble starts. But I can assure you that when we come, it's going to be our priority. We're going to work with the chiefs, the religious leaders, and everybody to make sure that we establish peace, sustainable peace in Boko area. Chief, when he was talking, spoke about the many development projects that we did when we were in government. There were many more that we were working on, but did not finish before we left. I told the gathering at Boko Naba's palace that we're doing an inventory of all abandoned projects. Because our policy is that when we come, we all know the state in which the economy is. There is economic crisis, and so there's not going to be too much money to be able to do as much infrastructure as we want to do. And so we're going to focus on the projects that have been abandoned over the years. If you go to our secondary schools, you go to our hospitals, there are wards, there are hostels, there are dining halls, administration blocks that have been left uncompleted. These were built with taxpayers' money. And as long as we don't complete it, then it means that the money that we've put in there has been locked up without giving any service to the people. And so we're going to come and concentrate and finish all those projects so that we can have use of them. But aside from that, there are some very critical projects that we need to look at. And one is the road coming to Pusiga. I just came on it. I mean, it's very deplorable. And that is... yes, and that is a part of the Bokupul-Makon Road. It is lot 11 of the Bokupul-Makon Road. I cut a sword for that road in 2015. And I thought that by the time we come here, the road would have been finished. Unfortunately, when I was coming from Bolga, the contractor has vacated the site completely. So it's obvious that God designed that NDC should come back and come and finish the road that we started. We also noticed that the bulk of our people here are farmers. And so we need to support our farmers to be able to produce. The problem with our economy is that we are import dependent. Everything we import from outside. Indeed, food products alone account for almost $3 billion every year of our import bill. And a lot of these things are products that we can produce locally. Even we rely on our neighboring countries for some products like onions and tomatoes. And these are all things that God has blessed us with the land. He's giving us sunshine. He's giving us water to be able to do so ourselves. And so we're going to come and assist the farmers so that we can produce enough food. Before you do anything else, the first thing you need is to satisfy the stomach. And so food is the #1 priority. And the only way we can produce enough food is to support the farmers to produce it. And that is why NDC is coming to establish farmer service centers. Every farmer service center will have at least 10 tractors with planters, harvesters, everything that a farmer needs. You have fertilizer, you have weedicides, you have improved seeds, everything. And each farmer has to register with the farmer service center closest to him. They will come and measure your farm and see how many acres you are doing. They know how much seed you need. They know how much fertilizer you need. They will come and plow for you. They will harrow for you. They will plant for you. And they'll do it on high purchase, on credit. And when you harvest your crop and you sell, you come and pay. So that the next season they will have money to support you again. This will help our farmers to be able to produce more food. We've been doing planting for food and jobs for 8 years now. It has not helped our farmers. A lot of the fertilizer that is brought is carried across the border and sold to Burkina Faso farmers. And then they farm and come and sell the produce to us. And so this time we're going to register the farmers. We know everybody's farm. We know the amount of fertilizer you need. And we'll give you that fertilizer. And when you farm and you harvest, you come back and pay for it. There are other projects that we're doing, like the Tamni irrigation dam. When we finish it, it can irrigate about 3,000 hectares of land. And so all our young people who want to do dry season farming will be able to get some 5 acres each to be able to grow onions and tomatoes, so that we reduce how much we're importing from our neighboring countries. And so the Tamni Dam will come and complete it. I thought that by the time I come and go to Garu, it would have been finished. But I hear it hasn't been completed yet. We'll come and complete it so that we stop our young people drifting downwards to the south for menial jobs. Our priority when we come in 2025 is to provide jobs for our young people. Because a lot of our young people have finished school 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even 5 years ago, and still cannot find employment. It's not that they didn't go to school. They went to school, they have certificates, but they can't find employment. And that's because the unemployment rate has gone up. In 2016, when I was president, the unemployment rate was a little over 8%. Today, the unemployment rate is almost 15%. And so a lot of young people don't have jobs to do. And that's why I was saying that we have to accelerate our economy. And so rather than walking, we must start running. And so if we're working 8 hours, we must start working 16 hours and 24 hours. That's why we're introducing the 24-hour economy, so that we can create more jobs. So that we can create more jobs for our young people. And to create more jobs for our young people, we have to help businesses to be able to add on more employment and work in the night. And so we're going to help a new crop of business people called agribusinessmen. In every region, there's going to be a special agro-processing zone. Government will acquire the land, will do the roads, will bring water, electricity. And anybody who wants to set up a factory to buy products from farmers and process it will be giving the land to establish the factory, so that our young people can get work to do. And all these agro-processing businesses will work 24 hours a day, so that they can employ as many of our youth as possible. To be able to do this, we need to give them safety and security. And who are those who provide safety and security for us? The soldiers, the police, the customs, the immigration. They are the ones who provide us with safety. If you look at the UN standard for policing, you need 1 policeman to every 450 people. In Ghana, we have 1 policeman to almost 1,000 people. So it means that there's space for us to recruit more police officers. And we're not going to do secret recruitment like these people are doing. They don't advertise it before you see people are training. They pick their own favorites and they are training. And all other youth don't have opportunity. This time when we're going to recruit, we'll bring the recruiters here to your region. So you don't have to travel to Accra or anywhere. You will apply as usual. The recruiters will come, they will call you. Because we want to give all our young people the opportunity, the same opportunity, to be able to be recruited. Instead of making it lopsided, only a few people, the few who have people they know, are able to get recruitment. We will also work on the Eastern Corridor Road. Because when we finish that road, it will be the easiest way for you to transport your products to the south. So instead of going back to Bolga and through Tamale, you just go through here to Nakwanduri and then to Gushegu. From Kulungungu to Nakwanduri to Gushegu to Yendi to Bimbila, and then you go down to Jasikai, and then all the way you appear at Tema. And so we'll finish the Eastern Corridor Road so that it's easier for you to move your agricultural products back to the south. NDC is coming to help our women, because our women are a majority of the population. And a lot of the time, it is the women who provide for us in the house. And they look after the children. And our women are involved in small businesses. A lot of times they are trading, they are selling foodstuff, they are selling things. And they need just a little capital to be able to make ends meet. Some of them need as little as 500 cedis. Some need as little as 1,000 cedis. And yet they can't get it. If they go and borrow from people who give loans, their interest rate is so high that they are not able to make any profit. And so NDC has decided that we'll set up a women's development bank. And all the places where women do business, in the market and everywhere, the bank will have a small branch. And so the women can go and take 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis at very low minimal interest rate, or even zero interest rate. And they will be able to use it, turn it around, come and pay. And if you pay, you can ask for a bigger amount of money to do your business. And so that will help and empower our women so that they are also able to realize their full potential. And so these and many other things are some of the things that we plan. We know that by the grace of God, by your prayers of our imams and our reverends, and the support and encouragement that you've given us, by God's grace, inshallah, 7th December, NDC will win the election. And when we win the election, you can count on us that we'll do everything possible to put Ghana back on its feet. Today, Ghana, our country, is on the ground. Because in 8 years, our economy has totally been destroyed. We have been declared defaulters in terms of payment of our debts. Meanwhile, this is a government that came and promised that they have the economic wizards to be able to build upon the economic progress that we started. Unfortunately, they have rather plunged us into debt, and today our country is in crisis. We've gone into an IMF program, we've done a debt restructuring, our pensioners' bonds have been deferred, people whose accounts were closed because of the banking sector clean out have still not been paid their monies, and there's suffering in the land. NDC is coming to reverse all that. We have the men and women who can put Ghana back on its feet. And so I want to thank you very much. The elections we are holding are the presidential and parliamentary elections. And so I am standing for NDC for the presidential election. And my sister Hajia Ladi Ayamba is standing for the parliamentary. If you vote for me and I become president, I need the numbers in parliament to be able to pass the programs that we intend to do for you. And so if you vote for me and you don't vote for Hajia, you are like tying my hands behind my back and putting me in a boxing ring. You say I should go into the boxing ring and go and fight for you. And then you say go into the ring, but we'll tie your hands behind your back. If I go, they'll beat me. So please, anybody who votes for me, John Dramani Mahama, must vote for Hajia Ladi Ayamba to be parliamentary candidate. And Chief said it, that nobody here in the Pusiga has got appointments. I can assure you, we'll look favorably. I know you have good people here. We'll pick a few of them, and when we come into office, they'll come and help us serve so that we can turn the fortunes of Pusiga around. Thank you very much, and God richly bless you.
The victory of Mahama.